Hey guys, this is Ivan with OverlookeDENT, and in today's video we're working on a gold farm. Bam! Alright, so this is a gold farm. Might look familiar, it's basically the Enderman farm trap deal, except for zombie pigmen. Now, there's a big reason why I haven't wanted to do this video, even though it's been requested a ton of times. Because it's a lot of work. What you can tell I did here, I'm in a flat world in the Nether, and I just lobbied up the whole freaking thing. These are half slabs, so nothing can spawn here. I was under the understanding mobs could spawn in bedrock, even there was like a heated discussion on the forums a long time ago. And they could, and now they can't. Which actually will save you a lot of work. Had I known that, I probably would have done this a bit different instead of building it in the middle. Okay, so building the thing is actually quite simple. It's if you know how to build an Enderman farm, it's the same exact thing, except you have to allow just 2 spaces instead of 3 high spacing for the zombie pigmen to spawn in. Now the real work comes in giving your spawning area there enough room to actually work and spawn things. As you can tell, mine's working rather decently, even though I would imagine it would be a lot more than this. Basically because mobs aren't able to spawn anywhere else. Where did you guys spawn? You guys spawn here? Yeah, they must have spawned there. Get back! Get back! Alright, so now what has to happen is they're not, like, no mobs are able to spawn in half slabs or in lava. I'd recommend half slabs. Apparently, since they're not able to spawn in bedrock anymore, I would say to find a corner. So most quadrants of the 128 block radius that is needed for mobs to spawn in is taken up. Also, a big thing is going to depend on, you know, the height. Maybe you find a good corner, but it's pretty high to the ground. Kind of take all those things into consideration. Also, a good thing about the Nether is there's not many caves. There's some kind of like, what would I say? I mean, there's the Nether fortress, but rarely do you find caves. A lot of times they're kind of like hallways, and you're kind of able to get through them pretty quickly. So, yeah, half slab as much as possible. Apparently, since they're not able to spawn on bedrock, then find as close as possible to bedrock wall as you can find. Now, normally there's a netherrack around these kind of areas, so you know all of those have to be half slab. But that's basically it, guys. If you're willing to put in the work, you're able to basically build yourself a gold farm. Now, what I have going here is, I don't know if you guys aren't familiar with this, mobs are not able to pass, if they're in soul sand and then they're trying to come out through here, they're not able to do so. Check it out. What the crap? Come on, come at me, dude. Alright, you come at me. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that one, but should not be able to actually walk out of this. Now what this does, it makes for easy collecting of whatever items they drop. Now the only thing is, don't get caught in here, because if you walk in to get, let's say, that tasty little rotten flesh, then you also are not able to get out. You're trapped. So don't do that. Don't do that. Let me get out of here. Let me kill these guys. Nah. Back up. Back up. Nah. There we go. So that's one way to keep them contained. Again, it does work as an XP farm if you want it to work as an XP farm. It just has to be 23 blocks in the sense of a fall. Now the big thing about this is where 23 blocks are. Now you can't put your base right here. This is the floor level. Why? Because mobs need at least 24 and plus to spawn. So they need to be at least 24 blocks away from you. So in this case, this is 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. So I have them spawning at least 26 blocks away from me. So consider that as well. Alright, and if you didn't know, you need a healing potion to kill these guys if you're going to use potions. They're undead, so you know, instant damage doesn't actually hurt them. So now on to building this. Extremely simple, guys. Again, go 23 blocks up. I'm going to use this point here as reference, so I don't have to count. This is 23 blocks. So from here on, we're going to just place, you can make this as tall and as many pads as you want, and as wide as you like, pretty much. So on the 23rd block, you're going to place some blocks down, and you're going to use vines. That's going to reset the fall to 23 blocks. Place a button. Wooden button would be just fine. Let me go 2 away from it. Get my vines out. And go. So as you can tell there, I did a pretty small example of a farm. I mean, it took me forever to lava up this place. Could have recorded like 12 other videos in the time it took me to do that. But again, it's been requested a lot. So from here on, actually, I hate the way this looks now. No! There we go. And we're good. Okay. So again, at this point, this would be 23. So you want to go a bit further than that. 23, 24, 25. You can stop there. I'm going to go with 26 just to play it safe. Then I'll cover this up. Again, just not to allow at least a 2-block spacing anywhere so that everything's spawning on your spawn pad. From here on, pressure plates, so we'll come back to this side in a second and get some pressure plates out. Alright, and get you, we don't need you anymore. Alright, so again, if you build an Enderman farm, you basically know exactly what's going on here. They're allowed to spawn on the pressure plates themselves. From there on, you're going to alternate repeater dust, like so. Going into a solid block. I'm just using this to clip this on here. And a sticky piston. Like so. Then a pushing block, so as soon as they spawn, they're going to spawn right here. And they're going to get pushed down, resets their fall right there. And then you're good to go. Let's do the other side. Just for the sake of doing it. Like that. So we'll alternate sticky pistons and solid blocks. Now you can go as as many layers as you like. So all you have to do is at least allow the 2-block spacing for them to spawn. Right here. I'll use that instead. And then place your pressure plates right there. Like so. And then same thing. Alternate repeater dash repeater. I'll place the block where the pistons are going to go for now. Like so. So a big thing is I am going to do a version 2 of this as soon as mobs are allowed to spawn past Y128, which is actually what I was waiting for before I did this tutorial, because you're able to build on top of the Nether, and what that does is that's going to completely simplify the process of this. You won't have to worry about half slabs and all that other mess in the Nether. So yeah, we'll get a version 2 of this, and when that does happen, you guys are going to realize why I was waiting to do so, instead of asking me all the time to do this thing. Alright, same thing here, and then sticky pistons. No, bad sticky pistons. Alright, like so. So let's say this is the top, and then you're done building this. Holy crap, I did this all wrong. Lopsided mess. Not that it would actually make a difference, it just saves in space, because there's nothing really 3 tall that would spawn in 1 block wide. There, like that. Rebuild. Like that. And like that. That. Dust. Like so. And then a pushing block. So let's say this is the top of it, okay? Now you want to do is place something like glass, a transparent block, glowstone, or a half slab so that you don't have mobs spawning on top of this thing. So for example, I'll use half slabs. Like so. Like so. Now all I have going here is basically glass, so when they spawn they're not able to, fall and maybe fall forward and off to the sides, so just cover it up however you see fit. Again, I use glass pretty much. Now in the sense of the soul sand thing, again, it's basically a trick. As long as they're in soul sand trying to get through soul sand, then they're not able to do so. Get back. You can get some of that too, buddy. So I mean, this is actually pretty useful for other things, but again, it has to be like this. It has to be soul sand on the inside, them trying to walk through it on the outside, and then they'll get stuck. Get back. So basically we'll stand here and then we'll see those guys spawning and falling, and then I'll call it a day. There's one. So again, all these guys are 2-hit kills. They're basically like zombies. They have some kind of preset armor to them, so they're not 1-hit kills. If you do, again, this is an awesome XP farm, and you're able to use it just for the gold itself. So if that's what you want, then just go 1 block lower. So that way you don't have to worry about them. You don't have to worry about the soul sand or anything along those lines. And all you have to do is basically wait for them to die and then collect the gold itself. But if you're already messing with this, then what's the point? You might as well just get the... You spawn, punk. Okay, yeah, 23 or 24 blocks, 1-hit kill. 25 blocks is too much, and that will actually kill him. Let me get rid of this. So again, if you don't want to mess with any kind of soul sand, all you want is gold. Get off of me! Get off of me! Like that. So this is 25 blocks. So 23 or 24 is fine. And then 25 for them to die. So let's watch a couple of them die. There you go. So all you do then at this point is just basically collect the gold. Awesome, awesome. Let me out of here. Well, hope you guys liked the video. As always, subscribe up top, and peace out.